Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Gray-Bearded Summoner. Welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes, where today we're going to be reviewing the new heroes in Rearmed Ingrid banner. And I apologize, I have been a little bit spoiled to this one, but I wanted to go ahead and get the trailer out and give my reaction to the characters, at least as legitimately as I could. But that's enough prattling on from me. Let's go ahead and get right on into the trailer.
Skilled sparring partners wherever I look. This'll be fun.
Since I have been spoiled to this banner, I'm going to go ahead and do the skills now instead of waiting until the end to get them taken care of. Lone Wolf is Felix's infantry sword Felix. Lone Wolf accelerates special cooldown trigger -1. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25% at start of turn, grants the following effect to unit at start of turn, or if unit's HP is greater than 25% at start of combat, grants the following effect to unit after combat. If unit's special cooldown count is at its maximum, grants special cooldown -2 to unit. If unit's special cooldown count is at its maximum value -1, grants special cooldown -1 to unit. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed defense res +5 to unit during combat and reduces damage from attacks during combat and from area of effect specials, excluding worker sieges, by 30%. And also, if unit is not adjacent to an ally, inflicts attack speed defense -5 on foe during combat. So Felix has Slayer, conditional special spiral, Spectrum 5, damage reduction by 30%, and attack speed defense on foe. Godlike reflexes, attack speed finish, and attack speed bulwark. Bulwark we've seen before, but this is just the attack speed variant, which is actually this kit is next level. I mean, with Lone Wolf, Godlike reflexes, this guy is meant to tank and hit back with his special. So yeah, really solid unit. Not necessarily one I need, though. Brian is officially
through the long history
either really
of
happy or
Folkland,
really sad.
an unending stream of those who threaten the peace flows.
Infantry Dragon Rhea. Infantry Colorless Dragon Rhea. Revealing Breath. Slaying effect. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at start of combat, Spectrum +5 to unit. Unit makes guaranteed follow-up attack, inflicts special cooldown -1 on foe per attack, and reduces damage from foe's follow-up attack by 30% of unit's res during combat. And then Dragon Adaptive Damage. Glimmer we've seen. True Dragon Wall we've seen. Attack res Scowl. If foe initiates combat, or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grants attack res +7 to unit during combat, and also if foe's attack can trigger foe's special, and the unit's res is greater than foe's res +5 during combat, inflicts special cooldown +1 count on foe before foe's first attack. So effectively, she's giving herself attack and res +7, And if your special's ready and she has 5 more res than you, your special doesn't go off. And the C skill left open for just about whatever you would want. But this is pretty solid with damage reduction, spectrum buff, slaying effect, auto follow-up in her breath. Certainly not a bad unit either. The art and sprite work are good.
You have been judged.
If I'm ever coming on too strong, just say the word.
Now we go on to the I'm Definitely the Demote Sylvain. Allied Axe Plus grants attack defense +4 to allies within 2 spaces during combat. If unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack defense +4 to unit during combat. Not a stellar axe, but also wouldn't be the worst thing. Moonbow attack defense catch 3 is a good stepping stone skill slot. And spur attack defense 2. Yeah, both of those are pretty good stepping stone slot skills that would benefit pretty much anyone. But he's the demote, so. I was not aware Sylvain was an axe unit. I thought he preferred the spear.
Gonna need you to move.
Upon my lance, I swear
Lance
I will
Flyer
protect
Ingrid.
you.
3 hopes. Lance Flyer Ingrid. Accelerate special cooldown. Why not? At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, spectrum +5 to unit, deals damage equal to 20% of unit's speed, including when dealing damage with a special trigger before combat, neutralizes foes' bonuses to speed and defense during combat, and also if unit speed is greater than foes' speed, neutralizes effects that guarantee foes' follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. Luna we've all seen before. Knightly Devotion. Canto in an A slot. Nani? Apologies. Canto, remember 1. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum +8 to unit and neutralizes unit's penalties during combat, and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Wow. That's not bad. One moment. Apologies. Guard Bearing 4. Inflicts speed defense -4 on foe during combat. Reduces damage from attacks during combat and from area of effect specials by X percentage during unit's first combat initiated by foe. Each turn, X equals 60. Otherwise, X equals 30. So, in other words, the first initiation, when you drag over to Ingrid with guard bearing active, the first one's going to be 60. If you dance that unit and hit her again, it's going to be 30. And then speed defense hold we've seen. This is not anything to scoff at. This is a solid unit. My only question is, why drop another lance? Arcane Lewin certainly isn't a bad weapon, but we have Arcane Kiang. I'll let the rest of the animations play out, and I'll give my thoughts on the banner itself.
No quarter.
Also, curious as to who this character is, because there was speculation that Golvig was actually going to be our offspring. However, this looks a lot like short, multicolored, bicolored hair and the same eyes with a hood. Is this our offspring? We'll get the chance to spark. So, gonna be honest, if I have to pick, more than likely, this is going to be a skip for me, if I'm being completely straight. But if I have to pick two units I would want from this banner, if I were to go to Spark on it, it would be Rhea and Ingrid. Rhea because the art is great. Ingrid, more so for some of those skills, but also for the fact of I didn't realize initially she's 3 hopes. Not houses. Which is going to make her interactions with the other 3 houses characters interesting. I'm kind of curious as to what her forging bonds will be now. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yes, this... Apologies, it's a little late. And I'm suffering from allergies also. I apologize for the snorting. But yeah, this definitely is going to be interesting, though with most of the units I need already having Arcane Kiang, I don't really find myself needing any of these units. I don't really need another infantry colorless dragon, as good as Rhea is. And I definitely don't need another Lance Flyer, again, as good as Ingrid is. So I'm probably just going to pull the freebies and bounce on this one. We might be looking at a clearance rack pull video. But let me know if you're pulling on this banner, if you're excited for the characters that finally showed up. And until next week when we do the summoning on this banner, I will see you on the battlefield. Take care, guys.